Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Today, President Uhuru Kenyatta made the ever first public appearance after Deputy President William Samoei Ruto was named as the president-elect in contested results that were announced by IBC CEO Wafula Chebukati. And there have been a speculation that perhaps the president was just sitting back and he did not want maybe to hand over power to his deputy. For quite some time, this has been a very dominant narrative. But I insist, I don't think that is the real intention of President Uhuru Kenyatta. So today, the president went to the old town and he was accompanied by Mombasa, immediate former Mombasa Governor Hassan Joho, Abdul Swamad Nasir, the current governor that won in the recently conducted elections, sorry. The Kilifi governor Gideon Mungaro, the ODM leadership. There was also a host of ODM politicians, Babu Owino, the immediate former Moranga women rep Sabina Chege, and Esther Passaris. That meeting is not coincidental that it is happening after going to Old Town. He went and held a closed-door meeting with Hassan Joho and the rest of that team in Hassan Joho's office. That meeting, you could see the president was very jovial and he had to break from his usual security protocol so that he will just mingle with wananchi. President Uhuru Kenyatta is on record saying that yeye anataka malize so that he will go and rest and spend time with the common people. And I remember a journalist who was covering that event. He tried to ask Uhuru to get an interview from Uhuru, and Uhuru declined any interview, saying that they will talk to them later. They will call them and talk to the journalists later. So the president declined to comment directly on Deputy President Uhuru Kenyatta's win. And perhaps I also want to speculate in the handbook of the journalist. They will also want to know what the president will say as far as the Supreme Court case is concerned. And I think President Uhuru Kenyatta, being the chairman of Azimio la Umoja, decided not to speak about the matter. But making that public appearance was politically, had some political objective, and maybe there's some few reasons why the president came out. Remember, Uhuru Kenyatta, who was the leader of Jubilee Party, did not get any governor in the just concluded elections, and Mombasa has been key. By the way, I kept on insisting that President Uhuru Kenyatta, I think if he leaves power, most probably he will relocate to Mombasa home, and that is going to be his retirement home. I have a perception that, I have a feeling that that's where the president is going to head. Now, swiftly, I want us to look at some of the objectives of that meeting and where the president held that meeting. And I promise you this will be a very brief analysis. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our video. I think I should also mention that I traveled to Kisumu urgently, over matter. So I retreated to some place, somewhere, where I'm shooting this video. And because of the travels, I think I'll probably travel probably tomorrow. So I'll be here. Of course, I'll be shooting from the lake side of Kisumu. By the way, Kisumu is very hot. Kisumu is a bit hot. And if you're here, you can hit me up so that we have a cup of coffee, probably tomorrow. Now, the mood here, because I was in a position to interact with the taxi guys that were moving with us around, me and my team, and the border guys that were around this place. And there is a general feeling that they're not ready. They're not ready for anything short of Raila Odinga. Either a rerun or Raila Odinga's victory. So, of course, these are expectations, but we believe that the court is going to pronounce itself on this matter. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and I also want to remind us about Sarah Atieno's fundraiser. Today is the 30th, so we are 5 days to the end of the 5 days extension of the fundraiser. We are going to complete it on Tuesday. We are doing a fundraiser for Sarah Atieno, who is one of our members, who suffered acute leukemia and was locked in Kenyatta Hospital. So this channel, we have been conducting fundraisers, just a 50 shillings challenge, donation of at least 50 shillings with an aim of raising at least 1 million. So far, 869 has been paid in Sarah's medical bill after doing the first batch of the fundraiser, and the balance is 215. As I talk now, I have 257,000. So 257,000, if you subtract minus 215, that is 43 plus 15, it's around 58,000 short of the target. We believe that this can still be achieved. Kindly asanteni sana for those who've been doing and those who've been pledging. Asanteni sana, deep from my heart. Now, guys, the president, I want us first to look at the president appearance. The president is making this public appearance, and with the ODM wing, remember even Hassan Joho has been quiet, and the other person that has also been missing is Junet Mohammed. These two leaders played a critical role in Raila Odinga's campaign, and they have been blamed at some point to have bungled some of the aspects of that campaign. But the president's silence has been interpreted differently. People understand it differently. There are those who have argued that the president has dumped Raila Odinga and maybe is pursuing means with William Ruto. There are also those who have a school of thought that the president is simply just keeping quiet to wait at what's happening. But then I see this public appearance by the president coming out. Remember, where he was is an ODM zone. Azimio had just won. And what the president was intending by that public appearance is to show that he still have firm support for Raila Odinga. If you see the leaders who met the president, those were majority of them were from ODM. Babu Owino, Esther Passaris, the governor-elect, the senator-elect there, and some host of members of parliament who are elected through the ODM ticket in Mombasa. This, to me, I think is one of the things that is playing out critically, and the president is just trying to show that, look here, I am ready, and I'm still supporting Raila Odinga. Now, that appearance also, just on the appearance, it was politically important because if you look at the way, it was a very informal meeting. He went, talked to anatembea, anagotea wananchi, and during that life, the president is sending a signal that I am willing to leave power and go and mingle with the people. Why is he sending that signal? He is sending that signal because there is a narrative that is being peddled by the Kenya Kwanza team, the Rigathi Gachagua and the team, that the president wants to cling on power and is not willing to cede power to the next regime, to the next government. So this is something that even if you look at the Kenya Kwanza lawyers, the Hamdan Nasir, he's been claiming that the president needs to cling in power for 2 more years and is determined to do that. That has tactically been brought in at this time the Supreme Court is going on because they want to cast aspersions on a verdict that might come from Supreme Court which probably might not favor William Ruto. If it comes against William Ruto, then in the campaign trail, they can hit the campaign trail and say that that verdict had the influence of President Uhuru Kenyatta because the president wants to cling on power. So he's coming out and breaking from the security protocols and going to mingle with wananchi to send the signal that, look here, I am the president, I am relaxed, and me, I am willing to leave. That is it. Now, I want us to look at what could be, apart from just making the appearance, what could be the objectives of the meeting at Joho's office. Number one, the president wants to bring the unity of the coastal people. That is not the first time, and someone might ask, why do you think that he will be interested in that? The President Uhuru Kenyatta has been insisting on the need for continuity, and some of the landmark projects that President launched at in Mombasa. If you remember the Dongo Kundu project, that one is in the Mombasa, and he simply wants to bring the leadership of the coastal leadership together. Bringing the coastal leadership together is very tactical, because even as of now, if the president is going to advance the deals and the politics under the Azimio Moja, then there is something that is pending, the election of the Speaker of the National Assembly. So when he meets the members of our assembly, that the MPs that were elected on ODM ticket from Mombasa and Joho, all of that, I think the president may not fail to mention to them his or their choice of speaker to be elected in the National Assembly, and that is Kalonzo Musyoka. So I also see this as a consolidating effort also to marshal the ideas of Azimio la Umoja. But then, the president's key project in Mombasa is the issue of the port. And remember at the campaign trail, Musalia Mudavadi came out with some stray document. I want to say stray, I'm calling it stray because it has neither been denied or accepted by the eight of the parties that were involved, that were mentioned. And Mudavadi mentioned that there was an auctioneers that were taken over the port, and the port operations are now being controlled by Raila Odinga, Hassan Joho, and President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. It got into the campaign trail, but somewhere it vanished, it disappeared. It did not see the light of the day. However, I think the president will be much interested to consolidate the coastal team to marshal for the issue of the port. The issue of the port is also so much connected to whatever is happening about the port in Naivasha. And of course, one thing that I think the president is looking at here is to make sure that they don't polarize. And when you bring that team together, the president might be so much interested to push away, or rather to push the Kenya Kwanza team to the periphery, so that the continuity of the projects about the port continues. So this is just another speculation that I'm trying to come up with, and I'm just looking at it in the light of what had been happening in the campaign trail. Remember, now it's very easy because even the Kilifi, they brought in Gideon Mungaro. Gideon Mungaro, before going to vie as an MP, was working under Uhuru's government as CAS in charge in the Ministry of Devolution. So this is the people that also have Uhuru Kenyatta's within Uhuru Kenyatta's networks. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. And if there is anything to do with the Supreme Court that is connected to this, then I think the president is just showing confidence on the process and is just telling them on what is to be done. What could probably be is the William Ruto has been consolidating team and has been trying to engineer crossovers from Azimio Umoja to the other end. The president could be coming to intervene to make sure that that team is held intact, and even the Mombasa team is held intact. There could be a possibility that the country might go to a rerun or might get to a rerun. So the president is also coming now to play the political games, or rather to swing into action to play the political role of making sure that Azimio la Umoja remains intact. Guys, that's my bold on this. I don't know what you think. And in my next, we're going to look at the Supreme Court.